Hi, team. How are you? Okay, here it is said that if you want to do something big, you might be in Spain, but if you really want to do something that is really global and be a big player, you must go to the US, where the money and the top level relations are. Do you think the next big thing can come from Spain or any other country besides Silicon Valley? In that case, how they should do it?
Yeah, I think it's true that it's easier to start a company in the Silicon Valley than it is pretty much anywhere else in the world. But great companies have been created in many different places. We funded Baidu in China when China was still mostly bicycles, people in bicycles. We funded Skype, and they were both in London and Estonia. And Estonia was just a lot of sheep. So a business can be created anywhere. Governments can either get in the way or encourage entrepreneurship, and I think some governments are very good at it, and some governments are not so good at it. But what's great is, with the advent of the internet, and since we're all a part of something global now, all of us, any of us, has an opportunity to create a great business that spreads around the world faster than ever before. So this is, it's a great time to be an entrepreneur, and it almost doesn't matter where you start. I do think that for the venture funds in different parts of the world, I think it's very nice for them to have a link to the Silicon Valley, because they can watch and see what's happening in the Silicon Valley, and their judgment on what to fund is usually better. And the network is also very powerful for portfolio companies, because if there's a portfolio company from Spain and they want to be introduced to Microsoft or GE or GM or anywhere in the US, it's nice to have a link to the US to make that introduction.
Okay, what is the value of the Draper Venture Network for Bbooster LPs and portfolio companies?
So we believe that the Draper Venture Network helps LPs become more successful. It helps LPs get better returns, because the companies that the network funds tend to be better than the ones that are not tied to a network. Because if you're a part of the network, you're making decisions based on the judgment of many people around you, and they can help you with your decisions. They can also help you make introductions to your entrepreneurs that might end up making for an acquisition or a big, or even to take a company public, or to do an ICO, or whatever. And since we're a part of the network, our pulse is, our fingers are all on the pulse of whatever interesting new things are happening in our region, and each of those has its own personality, its own trajectory, and I think we're all able to communicate those trajectories, and we're all benefiting from them. So I think your LPs at Bbooster are going to generate better returns than they would have if you were not a part of the network.
About the Draper CEO Summit, what can a Draper Venture Network portfolio startup expect at that event?
CEO Summit is something we've been doing for many years, and it's a great opportunity for a small startup to go connect with people who are business development people from other Fortune 500 companies, and see what it is that they are looking for that you might be able to provide. That's probably the best benefit. There are also going to be other venture capitalists around, so there's possibility to raise more money. There should be some investment bankers there, so there's a possibility of going public one day. Mostly it's a great place to network and build relationships that might end up being real benefits to your company longer term.
Okay. We saw a big boost on blockchain last year and a half with great amount of money going to that field. What do you think? Is it a bubble or is the next internet?
So I'm a big believer in Bitcoin and the blockchain and the ICOs. I think this is something that the world really needed. It was a challenge to the world's bureaucracy. It's an opportunity for a new form of currency, a new form of asset, and new forms of governing, more secure ways of handling and monitoring data. It has the ability to really transform society in ways it's never been transformed before. About 2/3 of the world is unbanked and unbankable, and this allows them to be a part of the world economy. It's released a lot more currency into the world, and as a result, the world is getting richer. The more fluidity that we have in our economic system, the richer we all get. So the easier it is for us to make deals with each other, to move money around, to store our assets, the more valuable we all become. The more liquid we are, the more valuable we are. And so this is going to really raise everything. This is going to be an incredibly valuable resource. And the ICOs are allowing people to experiment with new forms of governance that might be better than monarchy, democracy, certainly better than socialism.
What is your one single favorite trait that you value the most in a startup when you make an investment decision? Does it differ in case of investing on an ICO, or is you look exactly for the same or very similar?
Yeah, it's more or less the same in one way. We're always looking for very large markets, unique technology that can create a new wedge in those markets where you can get your stronghold and then grow from there. And when we meet entrepreneurs, we're really looking for that kind of enthusiasm that's just busting out of their chest. And if they've got that enthusiasm, something great's going to happen. Now, with ICOs, we still look at the people as what we're invested in. We look at the market size in thinking, how far can this coin or token spread? And how valuable will that be to society as a whole? But it really comes down to who are the people, what are they really trying to do, and is it a sociologically transformative business? If it has that capability in it, if it's going to be transformative, I think that's where you end up benefiting the most from ICOs.
This great amount of money is going to the blockchain through a new way of financing, token sale or ICOs. Regulators are scared because this fundraising goes also to minority investors with almost no regulation and information. So the SEC and the Bank of China has braked them. What do you think about that process? Is it something so terrible for the small investors, something that to fear from regulators? to be scared from the VC point of view, or can ICO disrupt early stage VC?
Okay, so lots of questions there. The regulator piece, I think the U.S. regulators are handling this very well. They aren't feeling threatened. They're actually encouraging all the innovation that's happening. They saw what happened with the internet. Internet was this very scary, unusual thing that was really going to disrupt everything. And the U.S. was wise enough to back off and let it go. And I think that they're looking at it that way. They're going to regulate it if it looks like a security, but most of these are not securities. Most of them are coins. They're an asset. And the people who buy these coins, some people call them investors, but they're actually buying something. It's like collectors, more like collectors than investors. My advice to them is buyer beware. What we do is we get to know the people behind these coins and tokens very well. So the ones we get involved in, we have met, we've got to know, we understand what their mission and their vision is. Tezos, Bancor, Credo, these are coins that we have vetted very thoroughly. So if you're a buyer of coins, I would say buyer beware. If you are the SEC of a country, I would say encourage this entrepreneurial spirit that comes with a new technology. Don't do what China did. Don't clamp down on it before you allow all of the excitement to happen. And then you ask, can ICOs disrupt the early stage venture business? It's actually entirely different things. When we invest in an early stage venture, we're investing in the future profits of that business. We think that it has some profit potential. If I'm buying coins or tokens, I'm actually expecting those, hoping that those will spread. And I'm getting involved in a movement or a sociological transformation. I'm going, yes, go. I want people to use this coin. And if they use this coin, the coin goes up in value. They're very different things, and they have, they're for very different purposes. The coins can be used for so many new, innovative ideas. And that's different from venture capital. Still, there's been a lot more money's gone into these coins than has gone into venture capital over the last quarter, and that could mean a lot of things. I think the banks are probably in seeing it firsthand a little bit more than the venture capitalists are, because the banks are seeing. I was talking to my broker and I said, hey, I'd like to sell all this stock. And he said, oh no, you're putting it into crypto, which basically means he's seen a bunch of people move their money out of his bank and under his purveyance to crypto and under Coinbase's purveyance. So we're seeing this huge movement of capital from fiat to crypto, and that it makes perfect sense. Crypto is much more fungible, much more liquid, and more exciting. Actually, it's increasing value over time. So it makes a lot of sense that people would want to move out of fiat, which loses money, it loses value every year, and move into something that increases in value every year. And then you asked if it's a bubble. No, this is a transformation. I think it's like so exciting. It's very difficult to figure out what a currency is worth, but it has to do with how many people use it. It's worth more and more the more people use it. It's a network effect rather than tied to profits of any business or something.
Talking about the token utility, in many ICOs, their lack of any study about the token economics, and it looks like it should be a really important part in a white paper. But we have seen only really few token economics working now, only really simple things like in Bitcoin, that is mining and buying. Is it really possible to have a nice token structure and token economics in a decentralized autonomous organization like a corporation or a platform? Oh, I guess. In this one, he didn't understand me well.
What's the token economics? So, well, if the white paper doesn't describe it to your satisfaction, don't buy the token. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. When you're dealing with your money, you're going to go buy a car. You're going to figure out why it's a better car than all the other cars for you. And if you're going to buy a sofa, you're going to want to make sure it's a better sofa than the other sofas out there. Same thing with the token. If you're buying a token, you should figure out what it is. What are they going to do with it?
Well, maybe it's a related question, Enrique.
Yeah.
For teams, are you more excited by another token or perhaps technology built upon existing tokens?
Yeah. Most of the tokens are just copycats of Bitcoin. And you might as well just be with Bitcoin in that case because it's the gold standard. It's the token that's the most secure. It's the one that's been tried and tested for many years. So I'm less interested in the ones that are just like copies of Bitcoin. But I am very interested in tokens that are taking on a whole new look. So Tezos went with proof of stake rather than proof of work. And it was a whole new technology. It's a whole new technology, and they're going to apply it. So I am looking for new technologies that are built around this. The internet, the equivalent of the internet has been built. The equivalent of HTTP has been standardized. Now all the applications that are out there are going to be used. So this is a great opportunity for people to figure out how best to use this new ledger technology. I have a couple of things I'd really like to go fund, so keep it in your mind. I'd like to fund somebody who creates, who makes that ledger into an accounting system so that you never actually need an accountant. And I love the idea of these smart contracts because you may not need, well, you'll need a lawyer, but you probably won't need a lawyer for the contract. So those are a couple of things that I see that are coming down the pike, and they're very valuable. But boy, this is a great time, and I see the same kind of excitement, in fact, even more so in some ways, that I saw when the internet was happening. So we're on to something great, and we should all be participating.
One last question. How do you think Spanish investors and funds can collaborate or push for having a big blockchain hub?
Yeah, I think that's it's sort of tough to say, gee, let's make a big hub here for blockchain, because most of the people that are out there working on blockchain and Bitcoin are very remote, and they actually like working from their homes or working from the air or from the sea. They are not really thinking, hey, I've got to go collaborate on a land thing. This is another thing that's happening is these things that have been land-based in the past, the way government works, it's all tied to a piece of land. All of those things are now being challenged and potentially going into the crypto world. And I think you will have, instead of like a place where everybody gathers, I think they're going to gather in a place that's in the cyber world. They're going to gather this way by Skype, or they'll gather by a Hangout or a Google Hangout or something. So trying to be the place or something that everybody goes, I think that is up there in cyberspace. It's not down here on the ground. In fact, most of the conferences that I have participated in or am participating in are via Skype or via Google Hangout or something like it. They are not where we all get together physically.
Okay, Tim, thank you so much for being here and for the interview.